My name is Vina Hopel, and I'm a recent graduate from Southern Illinois University in Carbondale. I did my internship with Fazoli's Corporation here also in Carbondale. I decided to work at Fazoli's because I currently worked there for 2.5 years or so before I started. I was already familiar with how the basic understanding of how they ran as a restaurant, and so I was kind of interested to see from an internship point of view, which is more of a managerial standpoint, and how it would vary. Also, I worked in a privately owned restaurant for a few years back in Chicago, so I kind of wanted to see how a corporate versus privately owned restaurant would vary. My job description, I was a frontline employee for a long time. We did a lot of register work. I assisted with bussing tables, cleaning up tables, keeping things stocked, helping customers find what they wanted. I also did some backline work, which is like the cooking and drive-through. I did like the prep work for kitchen staff. As my internship, I also helped. I trained a lot of employees and supervised for different shift managers. I did register countdown at the end of each shift to make sure what the register said versus what was actually in the register. Customer complaints and things, I dealt a lot with that too. Basically, customer complaints, something wasn't made the way they wanted it to be, so I corrected that, addressed that issue, issued credits when necessary. But yeah. Prior experience that benefited me is I've been in the restaurant industry for about 7 years, so I had a lot of experience already going into it. I was a manager at my last job back in Chicago, so I was familiar with that. But like I said, that was a privately owned restaurant. I was interested to see how a corporation would vary, the ladder and things like that versus the privately. Also, a class that helped me was the quantity food production class. I was interested to see that actually play out in a job rather than just sitting in class and learning about it. Most stressful situation was when people didn't do their teamwork like they were supposed to. Everyone plays their part and makes everyone's job a little bit easier. Not everyone would do that, especially being a manager standpoint, having to kind of take that initiative and make sure everyone was doing their job. And the employees who were doing extra, be recognized for that versus the employees who would, are always late, not showing up, things like that. And advice for any future students in hospitality, I would say definitely find something that you really do like, because it makes it makes it really interesting and exciting to see how it plays out in the workforce rather than just sitting in classroom. I enjoy working in restaurants. I'm actually a tourism specialization, but I do like restaurant industry. It was easier for me because it was in Carbondale. I already had my apartment here. I didn't have to travel. But traveling, if that's what you want to do, yeah, that's a lot of people tend to go that route. Suggestions for Fazoli's, I would say they wish they had a better structure of training new employees instead of just kind of throwing them in the loop like that. I wish there was more structured with shadowing and step by step, and more so sticking with one person that's training rather than the whole staff kind of training the one person. So, yeah, good luck, future hospitality students.